mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Selassie Jah, Rastafari, who has revealed himself to us in this day as the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah, elect of himself in light of this world. It is with great honor to be here in this beautiful congregation, handsome men and beautiful women, kings and queens of Africa. Greetings to you all. Shalom. My name is Derrick, and I'm here to elaborate about Rastafari in our society, community, in terms of how we are being portrayed in our daily lives. I was not born a Rasta, but I am here today as a Rasta man, not because of fashion or passion, but I'm here for a mission. Same as a train mission, we are all here for a mission. Most of the time, Rastafari is being misinterpreted, and I'm here to let you know that Rastafari is life. Rastafari is love. Rasta is not hatred. Rastafari is not violence. And most of all, Rastafari is not the dreadlocks. Most of the time, people are being judged by their appearances. But when we look at reality, the corruption of this world are the men and women nicely attired. I am here to throw the light on this darkness that has overshadowed I and I, Rastafari, from that time till this time. Rasta is love, and love is life. And everyone who believes in God knows love, and knows that love doesn't cover hatred. Love exposes hatred. Love exposes crime. Crime that boat and tie, or suit and tie and jacket and fugu is being covered with. Rastafari is not usage of drugs, and Rastafari stand tall. In the year 1892, in Addis Ababa, in Ethiopia, a son was born, a child was given, and he was named Tafari Makonnen. I am not here to give the whole history of Rastafari, but the trading of Rastafari began with the birth of His Imperial Majesty. We Rastas don't believe in any other book than the Bible. The difference that may appear in the sect of Rastafari is because we deal with the roots, and the roots deals with our culture. And each and every individual sitting in here is connected to a culture. Rastafari is a fashion, it's a mission of which when you are not called, you cannot partake. So often at time, people dress out there looking nicely attired with dreadlocks, but their conception is far from Rastafari. It's just like seeing someone wearing a jarabia. Doesn't mean they are Muslim. So not everyone with dreadlocks, smoking marijuana, or playing reggae music is Rastafari. When you are Rastafari and you have contention against your fellow man, you are not Rastafari. Rastafari don't discriminate. We don't segregate. Rastafari have his arm wide open, calling all sons and daughters of the universe. You could have been white, black, Indian, Syrian. Rastafari welcomes you. I and I, Rastafari, see His Imperial Majesty as Christ in His kingly character. Agree to disagree. It is not what I believe in that you should relate to me. I see Him as who He is to me, just the same as the traditionalists go to the shrine and pour libation to the stones and the gods. What I am here to represent is the unification and togetherness of man and man. Because, excuse me to say, if a bomb should drop here and blood is spilled, we're not gonna see different shades of bloods. It's gonna be red, and no one will be able to identify me, Tafari, Derrick, my blood, from your blood. That makes we what? One people. I want to ask a very funny question. What is a tree? Who can tell me what a tree is? It's funny, right? Because we all know what a tree is. What I'm trying to share with you here is not merely what a tree is, but there is this specific tree that has been planted in this universe by the hands of the Most High. This tree have many branches, and these branches bear different fruits. Of which fruits are we sitting here this blessed morning? We are all from various tribes and homes, but we are gathered here under the banner of Ethereum. So at this very point of time, Ethereum is the tree and we are the branches. They may bear apple, orange, pawpaw, strawberry. We are all of one vine and stem. What I mean is we are all of one God. God is one. God is the universe. God is he and God is she. If you drink poison and you will not die, don't assume it is good for me. Ask me first before you put it in my food. That is Rastafari. Don't go and give what you don't like for yourself to others. If we have to be happy, of which we are all entitled to be happy. Rich, no one was born poor. I am an artist, and if this beautiful queen sitting here have a tree that produces a color that I need for my painting, and because I am skillful and swift, doesn't mean I have to go broken and cut the tree. I have to seek her permission and her blessing so that I can utilize what I take from the tree to help society and bless her as well. What I simply mean is that my happiness and my riches shouldn't come from the suffering of anyone here. So if anything I have to do to be happy and rich have to be your sorrow, then that is not Rastafari. Because from what I know, what I earn from my hard work is not for me alone, but it's for me and the society. Each and every one of us have to give back what you take from society. Some will ask, what does society give me? Society didn't pay my school fees. It's rather unfortunately we are living in a system where we have forgotten that it is the society that takes care of a child. I remember when a friend of mine's father had to correct me from doing wrong. You are not my father. That is the philosophy of today. 30 years ago, there was no such a thing. Rastafari is here to represent that you can be Muslim, Catholic, Buddhist, non-denominational. You have to have love. We have different types of love. Your love could come from the left, mine could come from the right, hers could come from up, down, center, no matter the direction the love may have come from. If it is pure, it will allocate itself. It will find itself. That means that love is of spirit. Love without no respect is no love. Love without togetherness is no love. Love without self-esteem is no love. Oftentimes people mix love and infatuation together. Love carries respect and infatuation only carries a smile. So that is why I can smile to you, but in my heart, I want to shoot you. That is not love. But you think I love you because I showed you my teeth, even to the extent of showing my tongue. That very mouth wide open is going to swallow you. That is not love. Rastafari defines love. His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie, I told I and I that when you want to look for love, look it from within yourself. You have to love yourself. I love you more than myself. You are a damn liar, excuse my language. How is that possible? That is the first red light that shows that you don't even know what love is. Because you can't love nobody than yourself. It says love your brother as yourself. So how then do I love you more than me? Rastafari is not about smoking marijuana, which has deprived a lot of brothers and sisters using it from the society because oftentimes it's being criminalized. Rastafari uses marijuana as a holy sacrament. A Christian may need a Bible to read to strengthen his spiritual and physical strength. They may go to church, burn incense and all sorts of things. I and I, Rastafari, burn the incense as a bridge, as a connectivity between I and I, Creator. There are many elements one could use. The Bible says, search and ye shall find, seek and ye shall know, and knock and it shall be opened unto you. Try all spirits, test them all and know which one that is good for you and deal with it. I and I, Rastafari, come to the conclusion and realize that the sacraments in which we use to connect ourselves in terms of spirituality to meet our Creator in the spiritual realms, we use marijuana. Not just to smoke and feel high and sit down and say, I see angels in the sky. I am an artist. I draw from my conscience. I don't have to see before I visualize. It is not necessarily for me to smoke to draw, but I have found a great content, or I have found it very potent for me as a human being. I could have used alcohol, I could have used other sources, but I found mine in marijuana, not because they say, this is what I say. When I take the marijuana, it prevents me from stealing, believe it or not. I am a thief. I am an artist and I'm very, very skillful. I remember when I go to the fridge and take chicken out of the soup and flatten it with a spoon, make it look like a tile. That is how I knew that I'm an artist. When I started using the herb, I said to myself, what is this that I'm doing? Why is it that I'm stealing chicken and flattening the soup? Why don't I go create something so that it can be purposeful? But bear in mind, I was only stealing when I was not smoking. When I started smoking, my conscience was clear. Oh, no, no, I'm a hardworking person. And I respect all marijuana users. Marijuana is not a drug. Marijuana is not a thing for everybody. You could have headache and get paracetamol as your medication. That paracetamol may not be good for her. She may get Procode. Procode may not be good for you. I am not here to educate anybody to go and use marijuana, but I'm here to elaborate and elevate the misconception that has been painted on the Rasta man in the society. It's rather unfortunate that any crime that goes on the media, you could see someone with dreadlocks. So whenever you open your media views and you see a crime scene and someone with dreadlocks, first of all, know that that person is not a Rasta man. Because if I am a criminal, I wouldn't be standing here in front of this beautiful congregation. So dreadlocks is not Rastafari, and smoking of marijuana and playing of reggae music doesn't make a person Rastafari. Rastafari is love. Rastafari is knowing hatred from love. It's separating yourself from the world and its amenities. Rastafari is making sure that your fellow man is standing instead of bowing to you. Rastafari is the upliftment of each and every individual. We are here to build. We are here to push. There is a saying in Akan that says, Nipa ofu diapano ni piano. And that is the mission of Rastafari. I and I carry the locks to bear the persecutions of this world, the tribulation of this world. I can choose to be a ballad Rasta man, but then I choose to carry locks. Why? Because it helps me to segregate myself from fully. Some may not understand what I'm trying to say, but from my own experience, since I started treading Rastafari from 1997, at the age of 26, my mother came and gave me my first turban to wrap my head. All she could hear about me was, "Hey, Obano, no, Nenamha, ni yengunu ha, mo baby, I want to be in a day." And not the assembly. So my mother was ready for the assembly. And when the assembly didn't come, she blessed the assembly into a blessing. She turned it into a blessing and came to me and blessed me. From that time till now, there was a time where they could be like, cut your hair, trim your beard. I don't get that anymore because my doings is talking for me. And what are my doings? Doing the right thing. What is the right thing? Relating to you positively in terms of what you haven't seen. A lot of us relate to people in their presence, but behind them, we are the booby trap. Rastafari is not a trap. Rastafari is not dirtiness. From what I can recall, Rastafari is the world's best dressed man. I may look nicely attired. What is the state of my conscience? To come and rip and rob? That is not Rastafari. Rastafari in our society today has been associated to everything that is bad, simply because we smoke marijuana. Not every Rastaman smokes marijuana. Some use it. They bake it, they boil it, they steam it, they make oil out of it. Who knows that epilepsy medicine is marijuana oil? Lack of knowledge, my people perish. We should seek and find. We should search and know. We should read. As it has been said, when you want to hide a thing from a black man, put it in a book. Because we don't love reading. We don't have to read alone to know. Because when you are of the Spirit, it says the Spirit knows its own. It's rather unfortunately that he came to his own and his own knew him not. When you know the sound of the drum of your village, you don't get lost. So when you are not connected to the spiritual realms, you can pretend, you can disguise yourself. At the bottom of the line, you will be known. Before you embark on a journey, you don't have to start. And when you reach the entrance and you ask yourself, should I open the door with my left because the knob is left, or should I open it with my right? The Bible says, he who puts their hand in the plowing and look back is no more fit. You can't start a journey without knowing where you are going. So if you're not connected to a thing, don't try it. That doesn't mean don't give it a try merely. But when we say try, there are those people where you give them a cup of water, they don't sip it, they just drink. And whatever it gets to them. What I'm trying to say here is when you've been handed a glass of water, take time to taste it, sip it, and see whether it's cold or hot. Are you allergic to hot things or cold things? Is it because I was able to drink a whole cup of glass cold water, so you are my friend, you're going to drink the same thing, forgetting that you have toothache? Don't just follow me. You have to think, because each and every individual have mindset on their own. You need to think out of the box. I will use black people for example. We are in this state of poverty is because we are accustomed to what they say. They say, what do you say? Have you had the chance to carry dreadlocks? Have you bear the persecution that I have bared for 27 years? Before you cast stone at me, well, bear in mind, that stone you are throwing at me, I'm going to build a wall out of it. Give me lemons, and I'll sell you a lemonade and take your money. Yes, I will take your money and I'll buy a nice car and come and stand in front of your house and accelerate without moving. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm trying to enlighten you. You can also own the car when you stop throwing those lemons at me and know that you can use those lemons yourself. Often a time, when you go to places and something happened and you're a Rasta man, they look at you, everybody starts to make. I remember when BlackBerry came into the system, I didn't have a chance to use BlackBerry phone, but I had a chance to use a BlackBerry tablet. I went to a salon to work, and when I got there, one lady was like, "Hey, my phone no way." So the lady whom I was going to work for said, "Can I see an example of your work?" I opened my bag and brought out my tablet, and she was like, "Hey, now BlackBerry is some more tablet." Then she looked at her friend and was like, "What's your show phone? When are you use?" From my appearance, she judged me, only to realize that my gadgets can buy a whole box of hers. Misconception. This is the moment we need to relate people practically, not physically. Relationship has been physically manipulated, and that is why we have divorces, broken hearts, and all sorts of things. Rastafari don't do things physically. If I didn't feel this calling or my presence here as a calling, which is more of a spiritual mission, I wouldn't be here. I will be in my house. Today's Sunday. I love to go to the beach and paint. I don't want to be Jonah, to be swallowed by the whale, because I don't even know if it's gonna be a whale this time. If not, octopus too, squeeze me. So I must come. So I am very happy to be here to share these words of wisdom, these good tidings with we all. Forget about who I believe in. Yes, I believe that Rastafari is my God and King without apology. Agree to disagree. I am a good man. I am a good father. That is what you should relate me for. I am a good neighbor. That is what you should relate me for. Don't relate me according to my riches. Don't persecute me. Don't judge me because of my hair. Because the things you do, my hair prevents me from doing it. I, Rastafari, chose to come in the light and represent myself wholeheartedly, open myself to one and all, share what I have, give if I can, lend if I can. Not because I have it, but because it's a must. Not because I have it, but because it's a must. The joy, the pride you take in giving an helping hand. Knowing that fire came to you among all the people who came from Tema to you to ask you for a help. Have you thought about that? Is it because you have it? Look at the number of people he passed by to you. Have you thought of the significant essence of it? Of doing good? Do we think of that? Or we just do it? That is why the sect of Rastafari is few. Because the essence of life itself is love. And we choose to carry that love as a burden. Persecute me, as they say. Let them say, but never let it be. So I and I, Rastafari, is of love, peace, and harmony. When you see a Rasta man on the street tomorrow, from any time here, don't go open arms to him because you see a dreadlocks man. Please, take your time and examine. What I will tell each and everyone here is, this is the moment we should relate to ourselves spiritually. Spiritually. The heart doesn't lie. The face does. Because it will smile, but the heart is frown. Why is the heart frown when the face is smiling? Because you can see the heart. You see a man's face, you can see their heart. Same way you can see what is going on in their conscience. When you yourself, you are spiritually aligned, you don't have to communicate with someone to know who they are. You will perceive from a distance. That is the world of spirituality. You perceive. And that is why I am here today, because I am aligned and in tune with the frequency. I can tell you that all of us in here, our heartbeat is pounding at the same rate. If you don't feel it and you don't believe what I'm saying, that means you are not here with us. You are the prodigal son. God is the tree. We are the branches. This is the miraculous tree. This is the tree that was planted in the middle of the Garden of Eden. The tree, that one single tree, that its branches bears various fruits. And we are the fruits. So, if you're gonna be there and be like, I am apple, you are lemon, you too acidic, you too citrus, your branch will break. And I don't know any one of us here who have seen a broken branch that has been mended yet. When that branch is broken, your last stop is the cuckoo's woman's fire pot, like Momo. But if you are spiritually tuned, that is where you will burn, but you are not broken. And even if you are broken, it is easily for you to germinate somewhere else. That is love. So when you get broken from the main stem and you find yourself in the fire, among the firewood, that means you are withered. But there is always a chance as long as one is not out of these physical realms. There is always a change of mind. Ask me how, why you are already at the furnace to be put in the fire. If you prove yourself worthy, you will be a furniture instead of a firewood. Yes, you have been assigned to burn that cocoa for us to drink tomorrow morning. But if you make your conscience clear, you will be on a carpenter's table to be a furniture in someone's room, to be cherished. So you see, you may be even a broken branch, but you're still worthy. Why? Because you have love. What kind of love? The love of God. Don't come and love me. I may change. Yes. Whatever it is you are giving me that is making me happy, that you think I am okay. When I come tomorrow and I don't get it. Yes. So don't love me. Love yourself. Don't give out of your abundance. Give because you are supposed to give. That is your mission. Your mission for going to work tomorrow Monday is not go and make your CDs for you and your family alone. I don't mean go and work and give your salary to someone, but play a role in someone's life. Let someone smile because you give them a thing. Not a thing with an interest, not a thing with a payback, but a thing with love. You yourself, you feel happy. You feel the virtue that has stepped out of you. Because if you are freely giving, you trust that that person will also freely give. And when this cycle of love continues, we wouldn't need police, soldier, president to lead us. That is not our destiny on this earth. God is our head. God is our president. Because of corruption, because of lack of love, that is why we cast our thumb for our fellow man to lead us. Each and every individual have the right to lead themselves with one accord, with the fear of God in your heart, with the love of God in your heart, with the love of yourself in your heart. That mirrors the love of your neighbor. So you can't love your neighbor as yourself if you don't love yourself. So I and I, Rastafari, represent love. Ras means head. R-A-S means head. Tafari means one to be feared. When those two names come together, it means head creator. Selassie means power of the Trinity. So when we, Rastafari, we are talking and we are trading, we are more of a spiritual. We don't walk with our eyes. We walk with our heart. Our heart is a drum beat. Just like the choir sitting over there. We have the alto, the tenor, the bass. They have to come together to sing harmoniously. So me and you and everyone have to work on this earth, playing our part. Play tenor, let me play bass, let she play alto, but let it sound harmoniously. Don't be too loud because your voice is sweeter than mine. Play your part, let me play my part. And tomorrow, we will sleep tonight and wake up tomorrow and realize that there is no night in Zion. Thank you for having me here. I am really grateful and appreciate all of you. I give thanks to the goddess, all the gods and the goddesses, kings and queens, princes and princesses. We are all of royal blood. We are all of one calling. We are all of one calling. Be an apple, be the pawpaw, be the lemon, be the tangerine, strawberry, guava. Let me be the mango. Let's come together and be that smoothie. Let's do that smoothie. And let's have a lovely sip of the love of God. May the grace and the goodness of the Most High be with you. May He cause His holy face to shine upon you. May He hear you when you call. May He defend you against all principalities. Any weapon set against each and every one will never prosper. Let 1,000 fall at your left side and 10,000 at your right side. Don't rejoice in the fall of your enemy. If so, you may not see them fall, but you will join them fall. Let love be the focus of your mind. Do unto others as you want them to do unto you. When a person steps on your toe, even intentionally, accept it with love. You will feel the pain. Peace be unto you. May peace follow you wherever you go. Anything that you touch, may it prosper. Just like the tree planted by the rivers of water. May you never wither, but be that big tree that all living things come to take shape. Be blessed and let your blessings flow, so that those who step in your footsteps after you have gone will be blessed. Just like the bones of Elijah resurrected another day. Let us be the representatives of love, because God is love. God bless you. Thank you.
God bless you. So let's show deep appreciation to Nanambra and Ras Walker Gafachi. That's Raskafachi. Wonderful. So, Nanambra, your message on Rastafari echoed the very heart of our Ethereum mission philosophy: truth, love, unity, and conscious living. And Ras Wakagafachi, your presence added spirit and strength to the moment. Thank you both for your awesomeness. You've truly blessed us today. One love, one heart, one divine mission. God bless you.
Selassie.
So it's question time now. If you have a question, don't feel shy. Raise your hand and our guest speaker will answer in clarity for you.
We are happy that you have shown it more what love is. Good. But your emperor, the emperor of Ethiopia, Haile Selassie, his name is Selassie. When you go to every land in West Africa, Selassie means the Creator has heard me. So we give Selassie to our children. Good. Understand, some years ago, when the Jamaicans, they know that their savior is Haile Selassie, that will come to them come to them as a savior. So they were looking for him to come. And a time came when Haile Selassie planned that he was going to Jamaica. So at that very moment, almost 1/4 of the population of Jamaica, they all lined up in the airport, even on the runway, just waiting to have a glimpse of Emperor Haile Selassie. Before then, Queen of Sheba, they said he came in a person from King Solomon, and that is the great-great-grand-grand-grand-grandson of Emperor Haile Selassie. Yes. So that day, they said when Haile Selassie will come, the weather will change. The weather will be dark and there will be drizzling. So when Haile Selassie got to the airport of Jamaica, and when he came out of the plane, in fact, the weather changed. It was drizzling. He saw so many people. He looked to the right, looked to the left, stood there for a while, and retraced his steps back to the plane, and the plane got off. Though he didn't get down to meet the people, but they knew that their savior has come to them. How do you say that? How do you explain that? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Empress. The plane landed in Bull Bay Airport, and he was received by the elders of Rastafari. The plane did not turn. He was received by the elders of Rastafari, by the house of Nyabingi, Bobo Shanti, and the Orthodox and Chirp tribe. In Rastafari, that visit on 1966 to us is a fulfillment of prophecy, which says, the King of Kings shall ride upon the wings of the wind. And as you just said, the change of weather and everything is prophetic. And that is how we relate to it. So the man did land, met his people, and gave them hope. That is where he designated a land in Addis Ababa for repatriation. So the emperor did landed, stepped foot on Jamaican land, kissed the soil as he came to Ghana and did the same thing. Thank you.
Greetings, everyone.
That's it.
So I want to greet you in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty, as well as the balance Empress Menen. I also want to congratulate Ethereum Mission. I think this is an impressive event to be able to host people from different spiritual experiences. So enough respect to Ethereum Mission. All right, my name is Davini. I also identify as a Rastafarian woman. And I think you did a marvelous job here today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. In highlighting some of the differences of what Rastafari is and what it is not. One of the things I hoped you had talked more about is the role of Empress Menen, and what are your thoughts on that?
Thank you very much for this vital question. As King Selassie is the king of all kings, so is Empress Menen the queen of all queens. She is the fullness of all women, of which I will urge or encourage every woman here to read about and emulate her steps. Often at times we have issues with our marriages, with our spouse, even though we go to church, because we lack spiritual knowledge, we encounter things physically. The Empress played a vital role even in the war of Adwa. Yes. The Empress Menen Asfau is a very powerful figure that every woman, girl and child should know about. She is a powerful queen than the Queen of England. Yes. She symbolizes the female power of the goddess head in the creation of the universe. The Bible says, let us create man unto ourselves. And for that reason, male and female, he made them. Often at times, when you talk about the female godhead, they are like, oh, so what you mean, God gets wife? Hello? The man make man and woman. So how him give you sweet thing and him have none for himself? Empress Menen, I stand and call her name. She is more of like the Virgin Mary. But if we may look for the representative of the Virgin Mary, then we may look for Yeshimabet, who is the mother of Rasmakonen Tafarai. So Empress Menen is a very important woman, which unfortunately the Western media, which we all grew up to know, didn't talk about. Fortunately for us in this 21st century, there is the space to learn about her. When you want to be proud of yourself as a black woman, then I will urge you to read about Empress Menen's books and writings. As far as any other black queen, Yashantua, Queen of Sheba herself, as our dear Empress said earlier on, played a vital role in our physical and spiritual life through the union of she, Queen Makeda, and King Solomon. Today we hail Haile Selassie, who sprang out of that union. King Selassie is the 225th king to sit upon the throne of David. Right beside him in 1930, Empress Menen sat down. Such thing is not done traditionally, but for equality and unison, without man being over woman and woman not being over man, the king and the queen was crowned on the same time. That is balance. So man is not more than a woman, and woman is not more than a man in terms of money or anything. When you are a woman and you have money more than your man, support him. Man, respect your woman, not because of anything, but because she is your woman. Woman. You are man. She is woman. Woman. They are the only entities that when you give them 1 cedi, they will bring you 10 cedi. Me, when you give me 1 cedi, I go buy ganja. Okay? So please, let's reverend our Empress Menen. Let's reverend our empresses here. Let's reverend our mothers and our sisters. Let us call them good name so that they may live the goodness or the good life we want them to live, because God is good. Thank you.
Hello. God bless you. My name is Vincent, and thank you for the great presentation. Now, my question is, most of the youths are now putting on dreadlocks and then taking the name Rasta, and then they are misbehaving. If not for today, I didn't actually, so I have read about Rastafarian a little bit, but if not for today, I haven't really gotten a clear explanation of what Rastafarian actually stands for. So my question is, what Rastafarians in Ghana and in other parts doing to sensitize us with the perception that Rastafarian is someone with dreadlocks, and then when we see someone commits a crime, oh, you're Rastani, after 4 years, or for 4 days this year. So how are you, as a group, as a community, sensitizing us from this mindset? Thank you.
Thank you. So we are living in a dispensation time. As I said earlier on, we need to tread in spirituality. Don't walk on the street and meet a man with dreadlocks and think he's a Rasta. I've encountered a lot of them. In the first place, before you want to experience something, you have to experience it yourself before you can experience it for another person. If not, I will tell you anything I want to tell you and you will believe me. But then when you are in tune in spirits and you meet the rightful person out there, you will feel it here. Don't look for it here. You will feel it here. Have you ever met someone and your heart starts pound faster? Yes. Do you believe in reincarnation? Okay. So these are some of the things where it signifies that this person might be good or bad. You can't walk out there and see it. Look within yourself. And when you find light, you can relate to. And when you're able to relate, you will be aligned. So the youth of today with the dreadlocks out there taking all those drugs and smoking marijuana in all places, that shows that that is not Rastafari. Remember I said marijuana is a holy sacrament. So I won't go sit in the pub out there in the street and be smoking it. I do it in my house. I do it in a place where if I am off my peak, I will not be exposed. Have you heard the story about Abraham when he drank and he slept? Was it Abraham or Jacob? Jacob, when his sons went and saw his nakedness. Assuming he was in his spiritual realms drinking, a place where those kids don't go there, his nakedness will not be exposed. So when you see a person with dreadlocks drinking on the street, smoking marijuana, then know that that person is not a Rastafari. How many of them know even the meaning of the word Rastafari? As I said earlier on, wearing jarabia don't make you a Muslim. If you don't know Muhammad, you don't go to the mosque and you don't know nothing about the Quran. I'm Rastafari. I took time to delve into the Quran, the Bible itself, the Kebra Negast. There are more things. If you are lucky to come across them, learn it. If not, whatever it is that comes to you, you have to weigh it within yourself first. So when you are seeking for the truth, look within you. Have I answered you? Thank you.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Bless.
Yeah, my name is Emmanuel Dugbate. I just want to ask you the very nice question. You know, as I'm standing here, I'm an Etherean, and you all know that the first time I came here, being an Etherean, there's a process. You know, I have to go through foundation classes. There's a lot of things over there you have to learn if you want to become an Etherean. From there, they baptized me, and I became a full member of Ethereum. So in this case, sitting down there as a rapper, a Rasta man, if I want to become a Rastafarian, what and what should I started doing or I should do before became a Rastafarian? And I want to know once again from you where you meet as a Rastas and what when you meet and you do as a Rastafarians. Because we know here, we are here as a Ethereum. We worship here Sunday and Wednesday. I want to know from you, if tomorrow I want to change from Ethereum to Rastafarian, hot and hot, should I put my hair into Rasta and start, smoking or doing a sort of thing and became Rasta? I want to know, because tomorrow I want to be a Rastafarian. Thank you.
Thank you. So, to be a Rasta man, as I said earlier on, start with yourself. The first step of Rastafari is you knowing right from wrong. If you can't differentiate between right from wrong, then forget. Secondly, Rastafari, who is King Selassie, for you to be called a Rasta man, you don't have to have locks, neither smoke marijuana, nor play reggae music. You have to know who the King of Kings is. His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie, a rightful ruler. Knowing him and accepting him is like an ABCD to be a Rasta man. A, accept him. B, believe. And C, confess him. That makes you a Rasta man. So you may be bald-headed as you are sitting there handsomely, but still be a Rasta man if you accept, believe, and confess him. Your question about where we gather and things we do, we use the Bible. Rather, unfortunately, we have been given 66 books. The Bible transcends beyond that. And that is what we deal with, and that is how we get to know the King of Kings. So in Rastafari, we have the Bubu Shanti. We have the Orthodox, the 12th tribe, and the Nyabingi. As I said earlier on, we are all of one calling. It's a tree with branches, just like your hand with 5 fingers. The thumb have its purpose. This, that, all have its purposes. This one is not telling this one you are short and I'm taller than you. At the end of the day, this is even important than this. So we all play our vital role. I'm a Bobo Shanti, which is priest. So my mission is to edify, educate, clarify, teach, if you may use the word preach. That is what I'm here to do as a Bobo Shanti. You don't need to be a Bobo Shanti to be a priest. You could be 12th tribe Orthodox and be a priest as well. Besides that, you don't even need to be in any house of Rastafari to be a Rasta man. ABC, accept, believe and confess His Imperial Majesty as King of Kings, Lord of Lords, Conqueror, Lion of the tribe of Judah, who is Christ in His kingly character, who today has revealed Himself to us in the image and personality of Him, whom in 1930 in Addis Ababa was crowned King of Kings, Lord of Lords, Conqueror, Lion of the tribe of Judah. If you know Him and you can feel Him and you can see Him in all things, and His presence in your mind can prevent you from doing what is wrong, then you are a Rasta man. Thank you.
Okay. God bless you. I'm God's love, and I want to find out the significance in growing your hair and covering it, because I see a lot of Rastafarians cover their hair. And also, what is the significance of Babylon and Zion and the religion? Because I hear it in a lot of the songs. So I want to understand that. Thank you.
Thank you. So, with the dreadlocks, it's a sacred vow that you made. Today, we see it as fashion. But in the prophecy, it said before you carry the locks, it's a vow you made between you and your Creator as a human being. And as a woman, it is good to cover your locks, your crown, which gives you glory. The hair of a woman in our 21st society, fashion has exposed it. Excuse my language, if you expose your hair, it's more of exposing your nakedness in the spiritual realms. Because before you can see the beauty of a woman is the hair, which not just the hair alone, which may come from the inside of the woman, her doings, her attitude, but covering of the hair is very, very important because often at times man is seen as God. So when you have to be among men, you need to cover up yourself. Just like you have to go to the maker to pray, you need to cover up yourself from head to toe. Even we, the men, when you have to pray, you need to cover up as well. So covering of the hair in public is not fashion, it's sacred. It separates you from other women. It shows your conscience or your consciousness. Because if you have that mindset of knowing the value of your hair and know how to carry yourself, that differentiates you between other women. So you may see someone with dreadlocks, another woman with dreadlocks. Maybe she is good, not because she hasn't covered her hair, she's not good. She might not know. If our mothers and sisters know the worthiness of covering our hair, we will take pride in it. That is why we have the duku in all forms. Talking about Babylon, Babylon brought all these hairstyles. Woman, your hairstyle is for your king in the house. You don't do hairstyle to go out. Back in the days, hairstyle, when you are a young lady and you are not married, you are free to do your hairstyle because you are looking. But when you are taken, you cover up. At that moment, your king represents God and you represent the goddess, and you must prostrate yourself in an appropriate manner. So you have to cover up from head to toe. So covering of the hair for women in Rastafari is very important. Not only for Rastas, as you can see in our other denominations like the Muslims and things, they cover up all. Sometimes someone may say they cover up, but there's still rape over there and things. Well, it's the evil conception of those who do that. But at the end of the day, if my sister is walking out there with the full dress as our goddess standing here, I may see her and give thanks to God, but I may not have no carnal mind because I don't see no shape. So when I see your hair, let's bear in mind, before King David took his best friend's wife, it was through the beauty of the lady. He saw her bathing, how she poured the water on her hair and ran down her cheeks. The Bible describes all. If she was just splashing the water, Papa David wouldn't get attracted. You know? Because she has been seeing her all the time with the hair covered. But that very moment, that hair was not covered and the water was being poured down, and it was like a stream of water coming from a mountain, gently descending. So our Paddy get bad mind and put him Paddy for front line and get him killed and took his wife. So your hair has power. Yes, your hair has power. And the power of it is when it is in the natural state. That is why Babylon gave you the permin cream to kill the blackness, intoxicate your mind, and give you confusion. That is where you'll be doing like this when your hair is eating you. When you continue doing that, what is happening in your brain? You are making a stew there. Because if you don't mix the vegetables, the stew will not be stew. Okay? So when we stay natural, it helps us avoid a lot of things. It helps we the men to become more spiritual. Because if I don't see you and I don't get that kind of niceness from you, I stay focused. The moment I see Shankrus, oh, tomorrow can you come and clean my office for me? Then I'll be sitting somewhere watching things. So covering up is very important in our society. It's not for just to avoid the physical interruptions, but spiritually. Even when we watch our movies and we see all these ghosts of Mami Water coming, don't we see that most of them white gown from head to toe? Do we think about that? Do we ever think about that? That why all these spiritual women come in that manner? When you put on the fall, the merry fall, as we call it in Boboshanti, when you put on the merry fall, it has power on its own. Just like Elijah used his clock to divide water and tin, so we can do it with our merry fall. So it is very important for our ladies to cover our hair. We are in a system where society deprives our women from that. So we are giving unto Caesar now what belongs to Caesar. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so our sister asks about Babylon and Zion. As I was saying earlier on, the Permian Cree is from Babylon. Babylon used to be an empire back in the days. Today, Babylon is not an empire. It may be, but not. But Babylon is an individual. Anyone who does wrong or evil thing is Babylon. Zion is the rightful place for us. Today we have the Zionists killing people, genocide. So when you go talk about Zion, they'll be like, but the Zionist people are killing. The Bible over there is good. Someone is using it to corrupt. Someone is using it to heal. So Zion is good. Zion is within you. Zion is within me. Babylon is within you. Babylon is within me. Heaven is within you. Heaven is within me. Hell is within you. Hell is within me. It's the state of the mind. All this that I made mention of is the state of the mind. There is no physical location for all these heavenly bodies. That is why he said, he is standing at the door of your heart. He is knocking. When you open, he will come into you, and you will be in him, and you will be one.
God bless you. I just have one or two questions to ask. I know two people, both take marijuana, but the other one, when he takes it, he's calm and wouldn't even like to talk. The other one, when he takes it, he's active and talks a lot. Which of these two is in alignment with the...
They might be in alignment, but because of the one who talks a lot, when he takes it, did not know themselves before they went in for it. Okay. So they talk when they don't even have to talk. Because, it's like an accelerator. The moment you step up, it will accelerate because there is fuel in the car. So if he knows himself and knows that